Surprise at Firdan. The Israeli 4th Armored Brigade attacked the Egyptian 18th Infantry Division. The Egyptians had a surprise waiting for the Israelis. I want to see the surprise. You play the computer. It's Infantry Division, so or Brigade. Anti-tank missiles, maybe. Yeah. Also, not really doing it in the tank, so surprise. There we go. I wish I could have set the reaction ranges on the missiles. They're firing at ridiculous ranges. There's a lot of them. And they're pretty accurate to ranges where tanks have pretty much like, at least the Russian tanks have pretty much like 2 to 3% chance feeding. So missiles are a game changer. This could be a good mission to show it. Yeah, that's still a lot of tanks, and there are Magars, Klingon tanks, and some Patterns, M60s. Holy shit, there's a lot of tanks. Yeah, a couple of missile launcher guys are not gonna make much of a difference. They're charging at us with quite a lot of speed. Not sure what we should try to do with the artillery. There's a delay to try to break the bridges, but that's so cheap. We'll wait. What do we have? We have infantry squads, which have what? They have RPG 7s. So we do not want to really fire until something comes within the RPG 7 distance. It's range 8 already, so no worries about that. Same deal here. Okay, infantry squads. Quite a lot of Sager teams. And we need a lot of Sager teams. Holy crap, I have tanks too. They're terrible. They have about 6 good shots against tanks, then they're using normal armor piercing rounds. But we gotta take those shots now, otherwise we're gonna be overrun by so many tanks. Holy shit, SU-100s, these are ancient. 4 good shots. Question is what to begin with, really. Ooh, we have 100mm anti-tank guns. I don't think anti-tank guns really. They're all tech to the point where they're not really useful. I'm not saying they couldn't destroy targets. I'm saying they're static, stationary mostly, very easy to destroy, and they're not particularly accurate. The fire control systems are basically shit. So you're much better off with just having light anti-tank missile teams. Good range though. 80. And smaller anti-tank guns. Okay. Do they have fire control? No. Yeah, they're gonna be very inaccurate. And out of map artillery sections. I think we should start with the heavy machine gun sections. No. It won't go through the armor of these APCs. 24, more or less the closest. It's just no good. It's within range, but oh shit, this is bad. Yeah, we really should not fire with these. Okay, I do need to do some kind of management with the certain teams. I think the Sager teams for the most part should fire already. They're fairly accurate. I'm going to fire with a machine gun or two to just basically see what the chances of hitting something is. Yeah, the chances of hit are basically 4%. We're not hitting, we're just not. At the same time, someone's gotta start firing. God damn it. Someone's gotta do it. A single machine gun. Let's say you. No, do we have something on the upper side? Right. No. You're a leader. No leaders. Just shoot at something. I want to see if there's a lot of reactive fire. Same here. Doesn't particularly matter who the hell does the shooting, as long as someone does the shooting. Might also, yeah, this is different. Might be able to scare some infantry out of it. Not a lot of reactions. Sager teams it is. We have around 4 shots maybe. 99% accuracy, right. I sort of want to get rid of the APCs more than the tanks, but tanks are probably higher priority. APCs because they will bring in the infantry. Okay, what are distances? They're starting to get so close that these are not effective weapons against them anymore. Okay, where the hell is this? You only get one shot. 64% for you. Okay, it's not exactly terrible, but not nearly as good. Just trying to see if we have a target that we could shoot at, maybe at the rear or side. God damn it. I had 2 shots before the reaction fire. 60 to 99 there. $63 with the rest. Ooh, 93. You bullshit thing. The other 99s. The 2. I don't want to fire at the immobilized tank. Easy target, sure, but it's still immobilized tank. It's not that big a deal. I really hate the APCs. The tanks can deal with them, no problem. Yeah, that suppression fire is more dangerous than anything else. Doesn't kill anything, but it prevents us from effectively shooting twice. You have 99% chance to hit and you miss twice. Bleed won't be a problem. %99 chance, not hitting shit. Oops. Well, I hate these, so I suppose it doesn't matter. But the big tanks are the bigger problem. Much bigger problem. No thanks. Yeah, we don't have a huge amount of these, so it'd be great if actually something got through and killed something. Just putting the idea out there. We need to give these tanks additional targets. The anti-tank guys can't be the only ones to fire, otherwise this is doomed. Because they're the only ones getting kills. So if they get wiped out on the next turn, yeah, we got a few kills here and there, but it's still the end for us. The center is the well damaged for them. Just I hate the APCs. Still shouldn't be shooting at them. The APCs are our only targets with basically one plus. Now that's been shot at with a couple of missiles already. I'm not wasting any more. No effects. Right. Retreating button. They're mostly doing okay though. That's the real problem. And up here almost nothing happened. Let's start with the assault guns. No. Yeah, assault guns. We have to start firing. Even though the chance of hitting is poor. Or do we? I think we do, mainly because we want to give alternative targets, not because we vertically have a chance to kill anything. Immediate return fire. Good. We got the APCs to retreat, that's a big deal. They offer a lot of suppression. So don't shoot any more of them. I'm hoping they'll prioritize the tanks when they shoot back. Tanks at least have a chance to survive. Also, they're much better targets from my perspective than the Sager team. Being hit and it's still moving as normal. Spread the joy around a little bit. Well, technically we don't really need to fire, but we really should. Again, to keep targets. Tanks will not win us this fight. We either win them through the missiles, or we lose because we lose all the missile squads. That's how this will go. Not exactly hitting all that well, but that's normal. Right. That's pretty much everything. No, we have the anti-tank guns. How's their accuracy? I have to say I'm not impressed. But still, I think we're better off shooting than waiting. This could be the only turn we're ever gonna get to fire with these things. That's actually a good chance of hitting. Target destroyed. Probably can destroy this one too. Yeah, not bad at all. Not sure how effective the smaller tanks are gonna be. Smaller guns, rather. Even if they hit, they probably won't penetrate. Suppose we could shoot at the APCs with them. Sort of seems like a waste of, but gotta shoot at something. An APC would probably just be destroyed if we actually hit things. Right, what to do with these? I think I'm gonna order the artillery more or less here. These are still moving past it, so it would mostly target maybe the units coming behind these. Alternatively, try to go for the APCs. Logic would be that they, without a doubt, had infantry inside them, so if we could fire more or less where they are, that would be great. Alternatively, wait until the infantry shows itself. We have a lot of infantry of our own, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Yeah, we'll just wait what happens. Maybe fire more machine guns. Whatever. Do or die. We did fine. There's too many that can still act though, so this could go very badly for us on next turn. Still, I feel like this is more or less the best we can hope for. They're much more accurate, that's the fundamental problem. But I'd rather lose the tanks than the anti-tank missile teams. Tanks are much less accurate, much less effective. It's the Klingon tanks that are effective. The patterns are fairly inaccurate too. M48s. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose most of our tanks, if not all of our tanks. Anti-tank guns too. I just don't see a alternative to this. Alternative would be to just keep waiting until they get closer to get more kills when you do the initial shot, but you would still lose everything after that. So there is no good option. There's just hopefully we can delay them long enough that we might get a marginal victory out of this option. Also, they haven't fired at a single Sagger team yet, so I would consider that a victory for us more than anything. The missiles were probably responsible for the vast majority of our kills. They've ignored them entirely. That's a lot of machine gun fire, which means they're sort of spent as far as shots is concerned. We need to offer them new targets though, so we need to show up infantry and the heavy machine guns at the least. How bad is it? We can shoot quite a few missiles at them. 2 tanks are still capable of doing something, and 3 anti-tank guns. Right. Not really seeing much on their front. APCs don't move. Tanks coming through. Right, so machine guns first. Here are our new sacrificial unit. Just shoot at everything you can lay your machine gun on. Where exactly? Yeah, this one shot at us. Yeah, I can't shoot at anything important. So might as well try a little bit of suppression fire. Maybe this crew. There's a little bit of suppression on the infantry, but not too much. He doesn't give a shit. Still better this way, that they're shooting at the machine guns. That's pretty much it, right? I'll definitely move the tanks first. They might still get some kind of a rise out of them. Right, we can shoot at least once. We're not gonna hit, but who the hell cares? I shoot at something. Single anti-tank gun. Good chance to actually get a kill. No. Game says no. It doesn't really matter what we shoot at. We're not gonna hit it. Alright. Sagger teams it is. Better targets? No, I don't want to shoot at immobilized targets. Okay, 66 is probably the best we can hope for. Retreating pattern. Where the hell is this guy? South, right. Ready and moving. As of hitting, not so great. Well, at least we got a little bit of damage through. And he missed. And for some reason there's no way to get 2 shots because, yeah, we're out of missiles. Shit. Yeah, there's a limit to what you can get away with these guys. 1 shot left pretty much with every missile guy, so yeah, they're gonna overrun us. There's no other realistic end result to this. We just don't have enough anti-tank capability to realistically make a difference. Infantry, I suppose? They do have the RPGs, and we're not even remotely hitting anything, which is amazing. 47%. Constant hits previously, now nothing hits. I mean, that sort of percentage isn't exactly horrible, no matter how you look at it. 2 and 3 chance of hitting, and miss. Yeah, not even close. I feel we are getting slaughtered here now. Oh yeah, we achieved something. So, there's probably like 7 shots left in total. 99, please hit. Don't even have to destroy it, just hit. It'll make a big difference if we can get a few extra kills. There's still like a dozen tanks that at least we'll have to destroy after this. So I don't think our chances are particularly good. Still 99%, I'll take it. Bullshit! Are you out of missiles? No, just suppressed. So we're not even gonna get all our missiles up. We gotta go for the tanks even with the smaller chances to hit. About 50-50, which way this is gonna go. Which means we're gonna miss like most of them for some reason, and I don't have an explanation for that. I feel the chance to hit accuracy percentage is not actually your realistic chance to, and nothing. Yeah, let's turn to shit on this turn. I would at least, I mean, it's one thing to run out of ammunition. I think that's very reasonable. These are relatively cheap units. But some of these still have a decent amount of ammunition left. Just need a decent accuracy to actually fire at something. And I don't think we have the luxury of waiting for that accuracy to come because we are not going to live that long. So it's about a little under 50%. Best we can do. Shake my head at that. Just nothing's happening. Okay, this is encouraging. We have quite a bit of crew that's not really doing much. And they can't do much. This might be able to go back and take control of the gun. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done. We might want to pull away with stagger teams that have ammunition because we are gonna get annihilated on this turn. Out of ammo. Ooh, we used lab 1. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. Still have 1. So we might have like 3 missiles that we can still use. Not enough to make a... Ooh, we have a couple. Not enough to make a serious difference in anything. Because the chances of us being able to impede, fire them in a piece is pretty much 0. I think we should pull our infantry though to the center. There's no point having infantry so far behind the enemy lines. They're never gonna come here, and even if they did, why? Why would they? This might be something that has to do with the infantry coming our way, but I'm not even sure about that. They're gonna come to the center and try to reach the flags. Just a command unit. Holding the rear. With nothing. Oh shit. Okay. Time to throw in the artillery. Not sure at what though. Most of them are gonna proceed fairly quickly. So we'll have to take a little bit of it to beat the target a little bit. What exactly do I hope to achieve? Maybe try to immobilize a tank? They're certainly not destroying anything. I feel like these guys were set to lose again. Because while they have some decent anti-tank capabilities, the enemy has enough numbers that even if with perfect success, it would be tough. I don't think you could turn the enemy tank wave around. Maybe better use of the tanks, but I don't see how you could really get better use out of them. We have to keep in mind that in previous missions they could shoot through smoke. So I would have initially maybe pull back the tanks. There's a little bit of a hill in front of those flags. So basically hold the line there. Something along those lines. Something totally different to what the actual positioning of the troops would indicate. Not that bad. It's not gonna land. Okay, we could try to hit these tanks maybe. And we're more or less just hoping for some kind of a goddamn miracle to come our way. Miracle shot that destroys their tracks or something. Okay. How does it look? All armor is gone. I think we should start with the machine guns. They're totally worthless as far as I'm concerned. They might get some kind of reaction out of them. So some kind of half-decent unit might get something done. Not that they care though. That's pretty obvious. Right. We have no real good options left, so we'll have to go for the desperation route. I'm still fighting to keep some of the crew in their positions near the tanks. Chances are pretty small that that's gonna work out for us, but who the hell knows. Yeah, this crew is doing fairly well. Okay, we still have a couple of anti-tank guns. Trying to get this to work out somehow, so that's not gonna work. There are a couple of APCs we could go for, but no matter what do we shoot, it's gonna be the same. Yeah. This actually has a good chance of getting something done, but it's also gonna be annihilated the moment it fires. Accuracy is pretty pathetic, so but again, there's the but. What else are you gonna do if you're not gonna fire? Yeah, that you might as well just go home. Hmm. So any luck with the Sagar teams? No. Pinned. Our chances of hitting something when we're pinned is probably non-existent, so I don't want to even fire now. The guy might die before it ever gets to fire, that's true, but we have like a handful of missiles, we might as well try to make them count. Currently, it would basically be pointless anyway. 25%. Yeah, ah, crap. Gotta do something now, or it's too late to do anything. I think I more or less just need to stay put. Hope for the best. Mobilized tanks are easy to hit. Ooh, there's 62 on a ready tank. Not bad. I think that's worth taking. Mobilized. Well, more or less it prevents that particular tank from taking part in the fighting. More or less all we can ask for at this point. Probably immobilized. Suspiciously high chances of hitting something always makes me think it's just immobilized. I think I'll hold my position here. They can drive past me and I can shoot them in the ass. This guy has a couple of missiles too, yes. But that's more or less it. Desperately trying to run in the path of the enemy. So there's some kind of a hope we might be able to delay them. We're just waiting how bad this is gonna be for us. We're not gonna win this. I wonder would there be a better winning strategy for this fight? The big problem is that your anti-tank missiles basically fire before you get to do anything. You set ranges or anything. So they're gonna be revealed no matter what you do at the start of the fight. So it has to be something else. I think pulling back certain infantry units from the start would have made a difference. Not sure how big of a difference. We'll let the artillery land where it lands. That's immobilized. That's immobilized. Is there a point in firing at immobilized tanks though? Um, okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. At least 3 platoons of tanks in full condition and then the APC platoons with infantry inside. At least. And probably discourage the infantry from making too rapid of a progress. Hmm. We get to shoot at the APCs from the rear. I think we have enough firepower to destroy it with a machine gun. Not sure they're gonna give us the chance to do that though. It's a thing we can do. Right. So that's a more or less it. Chance to fire at something. It's about 50-50 chance no matter what we shoot. It's not gonna get higher than that. 25 for certain units. Why 25? They're the closer ones. Is there a... Maybe I should try to get further away from any targets. This guy has 2 shots, but it's in a location that's gonna be killed at any moment. I'm sort of wanting to pull back. Yeah, I think some of these are some bit too close. We're gonna be overrun. Might be better to just fire. Good chances only on immobilized targets. Pull away. We will have a couple of Sager teams waiting here. I mean, if we're gonna get hit to the side or rear armor, they're gonna die. Maybe. Alright, is that really it? There should be at least infantry. And did I actually use... No, I did not use the anti-tank guns yet. Weird. You have a chance to hit something. 9% on that APC, and that's pretty much it. The problem is this gun is good enough to penetrate the holes of the bigger tanks. So it's a shame to shoot at something so pathetic. That's the only tank we really... only gun that can still fire. Probably fire once, because there's gonna be a return fire. I would still prefer to shoot at the tank, even though the chance of doing something is pretty remote. Yep. They don't like anti-tank guns. So what are you gonna do? Full pack to port flags. This will... well, this might see some action. Yeah, I shot too soon. Shit. That was a big mistake. These are too far away to really do anything, unless they somehow come north. Shit. I'd like to admit it, but that's how it is. They are very well within our range of our anti-tank guns, but I'm not sure if I should fire anyway. Because while we have a few, we are not going to be able to use all of them. And they're not that accurate at their maximum range, so I think we're better holding on. Okay, what's the distance? The nearest infantry. Okay, why is it so hard to just target it? Maximum range. Okay, get you shoot at them? Yeah, I was sort of suspecting this. I don't want to shoot at that infantry, but I don't know if I have a choice. Oh, for fuck's sakes, he ran. Can I undo it? Thank you. If the infantry is left there fully operational, we're no. Oh fuck! Don't use that. Don't use that. I need to suppress it, otherwise it's gonna kill all the infantry anyway. It needs to be routed, not retreating. So this isn't good, but we'll see what happens. I'm sort of wondering what's their plan though. Are they just going to punch through with everything they have, or are they going to rely on those tanks alone to get to the back? It's not quite as easy as might seem sometimes. Yeah, they actually achieved very little. They're more or less just sitting here doing nothing. Which I have no problem with, because I might have a good chance of immobilizing further tanks. Yeah, I think there's at least 5 tanks that are just immobilized here. So yeah, we didn't get a kill out of them, but they're as good as worthless as far as this mission is concerned. They'll take around 5 turns, I'd say, to even reach the flags. So if we can even hold their advantage, just for a handful of turns. That's it. We'll win this. It's not gonna be a much of a win, but it's there. We abandoned our sacred gun. Oh, and we're dead. Now we will. Yeah. Well, we gave it a shot. R4. This is definitely a tank crew, though. Where was there? Where not tank crew, but gun crew. Okay. I think our current challenge is more or less to keep the infantry from screwing us over too badly. It's quite a bit more of it than I thought there would be. As long as we keep the infantry still, the APCs might keep still too. Something to at least consider. Might not actually be true, but might be. What's these? The armor on these? Yeah, we definitely need a rear shot to be able to destroy them. So the possibility is there at least. Squad was only retreating. That's not good enough. Might be worthwhile to start suppression fire on the APCs. Okay, what exactly can we shoot at? Right, so Sagger teams. Any kind of infantry that's in range, shoot at it. We have a assault rifle. More or less the only thing we can do is to do some shitty suppression fire. You have one shot. No, you have two shots. Well, but you're moving constantly, so that doesn't mean much. It's about 26% on targets that are also moving. I'll withdraw a little bit to the south, hold my position there, see if we can get back to shooting again. Too far away. I don't really care what you do. A retreating Sagar might be able to fire. There's no point going south, that's not gonna work, so north then. Still withdrawing, I don't want them to shoot at this. But there's like, I think there's 4 Sagar teams that are able to fire at least once. So we will not fire anything that's on the right side of this battle line, I think, unless it's a really good chance to actually get a hit. Gonna wait for side or rear hits when they try to go for the flags. There might be exceptions to this. I mean, if there's something threatens, then we'll have to act. There's just not another option to that. Yeah, don't move. Also, don't actually react to anything. The last thing I need is you to shoot at some piece of shit unit that's not a threat to anyone, or isn't going for the flags. Yeah, cut them off, cut them off. At where though? This might be a good place in general. They have to come here first. Still definitely within range of our guns. Should I start shooting or not? I don't know, it is risky. Who shoots first is gonna have a bad time. Don't shoot the fuck's sake. Your infantry, rifle infantry, could you just try to hit another infantry squad? There we go. Wasn't much, but it got the job done. Didn't do well, but they haven't made any progress either. And our mission is delayed. Just delayed. By time. Yeah, they're wasting their shots on the APCs at the same time. Probably not gonna get another chance to do shit, so might as well shoot at what's coming your way. Still surprised how much infantry they had. I suspected maybe like 2 platoons of infantry riflemen, so this would mostly be tanks and APCs on their front. The worthless Sagar teams are buying us time too. I'm just surprised how little they're actually achieving each turn. It's like, yeah, they have a decent collection of tanks here, which we might, if we get lucky, we might mobilize 2 to 3 tanks. There's still, oh, there's like 10 tanks, maybe 9, still coming our way. We don't have to kill everything. If we can more or less cripple half of that team, they're not going to be able to make much of a push forward anymore. But that's still not exactly a small order. That is a big deal. Our section is pinned or retreating. Holy crap, our gun might be able to fire once. Chance of hit are... Ooh, there's one target. Yep. It's a shitty target, but it's like 4 times the chance to hit compared to anything else. Yeah, it's worth a try at least. Okay, infantry. They're causing me trouble. Also, well, we could maybe shoot at this. No, we can't. Ah, shoot at something. The longer we exchange shots here, the better for us. You think you have your endless amount of time, but once you actually have to start pushing through damage to them. Once you start pushing through the actual squads, you will notice quickly that that's not quite true. It takes a little bit of time to push your way through even retreating enemies. What are our chances? Don't shoot at the immobilized. It's about the 50% no matter how I look at it. I think distance make a big deal. Too close of a target is hard to hit, very hard. So your best bet is actually to pull up additional distance to the target. Some of these Sagar teams probably would do better if they would pull back. We could use them to fight against the infantry if nothing else. We do have a weapon after all. Not exactly plan A, but it might do some good. Ready for action. All targets are too close. Right, it's 58 is the best, but it's a APC. That's immobile, I think. Alright, keep pulling distance. I still don't know how smoke affects them. Ah, crap. Uh, ah, crap. And so I don't think this squad is gonna be able to do much soon anymore. Too many enemies coming our way. Effective combat range is about 8, especially against the infantry. So I think I'm gonna go with smoke option. It's definitely not gonna work against the tanks, but it'll work against the infantry and probably against the APCs. I could also start shooting at the APC. It is definitely within our range of our anti-tank weapon. The thing is, the APC hasn't done shit in a while, so it's not that big of a deal. And if something would get a little bit closer, that would be very, very nice. Currently, they're a little bit too far away. Yeah, our chances of getting a victory out of this getting slimmer and slimmer, but fingers crossed for immobilized tanks. I got some hits, not sure how the effectiveness is. I'm gonna keep bombarding that same location as long as I can. Yeah. Something needs to be done about the infantry. The vehicles alone are troublesome enough, but if I have to deal with the infantry too, there's not going to be a resistance. There just isn't. On the positive side, if they're moving with the infantry, they will not reach the goal. They don't have the mobility for that. The infantry doesn't have. So they have to abandon it. Abandon infantry entirely or just lose. Also a learning experience. They will notice targets at around 6 hexes. So at that point it doesn't really matter. I don't think we really immobilized the goddamn thing. But we got hits, I'm sure about that. Not enough for them to really feel it though. However, the mobility they're currently going with is not enough. The game might always extend its turn limit a little bit, but there's the but. There's no guarantee that they will. Do we have machine guns still? Suppression effect on these has been pathetic. Almost nothing achieved. Still the distance is fairly long, so I'm not all that surprised about it. And the infantry is coming back. side damage. So hopefully things are going a little bit better than I expected. Not well or good by any means, but still. Okay. Chances of hitting. Don't. It's about 50% on moving tanks. I'm gonna keep retreating. Just gonna stop pile of bodies in front of them. Hope it'll buy the turn or two extra we might need. It's not exactly a great plan, but don't exactly have the working troops anymore for great plans. We'll just have to sort of hope that our desperation attempts actually work. 24. 46. Yeah, pull distance, pull distance. I have my doubts if that Sagar team gets to shoot its final shot. If we don't fire now, we need to fire on the next turn. Fire as much as you can before they just kill you. And that was as much as you could. We still have a couple of RPG 7 shots, so I don't want to throw you away. They're very likely going to converge on the road because it's the only place where they are going to have enough mobility to actually get to the target areas. We need to throw some rocks in their gears. Hope that it'll be enough. Please immobilize tanks. Please, 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 please. Definitely got hits. Promising looking smoke. But it might not be enough. I am getting increasingly positive about our chances though, because I had the common sense to pull back some of the Sagers instead of just sacrificing them or shooting at whatever. So we can still pull a little bit of a rabbit out of our ass when things look like they might be able to just drive unopposed to the flags and leave this. So we can still cause them basically the turn or two of high suppression that stops them from effectively assaulting those flags. It might not be enough, but there's a possibility there. Yeah. So there's no point in not shooting at the infantry who stay behind. They have been spotted. Not shooting just means nothing's going to go our way. No artillery available. Are they done? They're routed. They might still come back later though. Mobilized! Yay! Well, we immobilized a tank, so that's better than not immobilizing anything. They're still not moving all that fast. I mean, there's what? 6 turns left? and this is as far as they can reach. I would say they'll take about 3 turns to reach here. Maybe 2 additional to take the rest. I think I'll try to pull as much infantry in front of these bridges as possible. Some of their troops will get through, very likely, but only some. Hmm. Our crews are doing fairly well now. Not that it matters too much. Hmm. Right. Shoot at infantry. Do you even have the range for that? Definitely no. APCs are the only things that are actually making decent progress now. Huh. Can I shoot at them? Stop their progress though. Yeah, we need to do something about the infantry. Pick up their bravery back. Anything we can do with Sagar teams? Desperation shooting. I don't particularly want to fire on the APCs. However, it's starting to look like that might not be the worst possible idea ever. Don't think we can kill these, but we can force them into a fight for a couple of turns. Desperate ways of fighting. And you're pinned and can't do shit. I don't want to fire while pinned, even though it might be our last chance of actually shooting, because the chances of getting something done are also equally remote. $75. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is the one you get? No, you get 2. But these are targets that we could destroy through other means. They're not by any means exclusive to the actual missiles. Right, these guys are already being shot at. So trying to stay hidden and not firing on the enemy is a waste of time. Ah, okay, we got at least something done. What about the HQ? Go for the one. I don't think I want to go for the final flags. It feels like it's a little bit too late at that point to try to get anything done. This is very likely spotted already. Probably. You know, it was the infantry and that sort of thing that fired on this guy, not the tanks themselves. And if we could get the side hit or a rear hit, that's vastly superior than just blasting them for no out of desperation. I don't think they're within range of our. They are within range of our anti-tank guns. It's not much, but I think we probably should try to suppress these guys a little bit. I mean, someone has to give them a little bit of lead. Got hit, didn't give a shit. How close the infantry? Close enough. No, it's not. We need 8. Yeah. Target destroyed. Whoa. That'll, yeah, immediately button. So that'll slow them down a bit, because it forces them to actually do some little bit of fighting. So, this is, I wouldn't say this is going well, but I think there's a delay victory to be pulled out of this one still. Turn 9, right. So we'll have the last end of the turn too, so they have 5 turns left to try to get to the flags. Infantry cannot do it anymore, they simply can't. They do have a handful of APCs and tanks that can make the rush, but the APCs are sort of not doing anything either. Can I get artillery again? Yes, I can. And look at that. It's firing at the exact correct spot it needs to fire. So this is looking better and better for us. I wouldn't say good by any stretch of the imagination, but better. If we can get one of the anti-tank guns to work too, that'd be great. It's not in a position where it can really shoot at the center or the northern groups, but it's in a position to give grief to these guys. More or less, you would gain perfect control of the southern flank, for what it's worth. Not much to shoot at. Seriously, there really isn't much to shoot at to get to a better position. Now the suppression effect of sort of shooting at them a little bit is so minor. Still, we're actually getting some kind of a suppression effect. That's something I haven't seen in a while. So that's a positive development again. They're pinned, which means they will fire. Ah, survivors disperse. Hmm, this is to keep the APCs buttoned up. God damn it, just go for the... There we go. If we get a lucky shot, we might actually get killed. Any targets you can shoot. That's 99% chance on a target. 99% chance on a target. This is a chance worth taking. And the thing is, I don't know if it's a good idea to shoot though. The big problem is, I'm shooting at the front armor of tanks that aren't even making any kind of a move anywhere. So, and I still have only a handful of shots, so I think it might be better to pull back a little bit. Oddly enough. Let's get them to do something. Right, this way when the actually useful units do something, we might not be horribly murdered. Ah, 30, that's pretty bad. Just don't react. Yes. Now comes the bigger question though. Do we want to concentrate all the infantry in a single place to try to make a concentrated counterattack? Or delaying attempt? Or do we want to leave a unit here and there? They're going to be overwhelmed very easily if they can get a decent amount of tanks to do something. On the other hand, they might have to stop to deal with them, which would buy us more time. Can't see shit. APCs have to be prevented from pushing through. Okay, doesn't look good, but sort of does. Yeah, not much artillery lands anymore. They can also shoot through smoke again. Without a doubt, they're directly shooting through the smoke. Is the smoke just not working properly, or what the fuck is going on? But that is pretty goddamn infuriating. It could have dispersed, I suppose, by the time their turn came. So it's hard to say. This keeps landing here, and we're getting more immobilized tanks constantly. So yeah, I think I might have killed certain type of correct units, so they are lacking the command units. Alternatively, they don't really have targets. I don't know. I don't know what the AI is thinking here. Maybe, well, maybe it's less suicidal than I would be in these situations. That's certainly a possibility. Don't shoot first, you're just gonna be suppressed. Machine guns are the most worthless units, so they get to go first. They're worthless because they never actually get anything done. What are we shooting? Suppression fire. Well, to be fair to the machine guns, they've kept the two APCs here stationary, unlike what happened in the north center, where they just walked right on through. Still no reason to shoot. We maybe shoot at one of the APCs. Because they're the ones pushing this thing forward. And we still have a couple additional missile units left. So hope for the best, but this could just end up being a waste. I think I'll still take it. You have no more shot? Yeah, you have another shot. Oh, that's nice. Right, it's additional pressure for the APCs. Yeah, they're getting uncomfortably close to some of our units. Just making sure what we can see, right? The tanks pushed forward, we can definitely give them some grief. But the APCs are our primary problem. Not sure what to do with those. The infantry has to be the one to take care of them though. There's no one else. And still they wait. Yeah, this is starting to look very good. The last APC is retreating. Ah, I think the missile really helped there. Really helped. We might as well maybe set up shop here. No. The infantry simply does not have the time to reach anything anymore. It's all about the vehicles and how far he's willing to push them and the casualties with them. He abandons that, he's got nothing. The artillery could also play a role that I'm not seeing yet, who knows. Either way, I'm gonna try to push for a quick end to this one way or another. I mean, there's not much to do. The effective fighting capabilities have crashed. The tanks are just more or less happy to stay still and firing. So unless he's gonna make some kind of weird mad dash for the flags, which is possible, I guess, I don't see how he can pull through the infantry positions. He's is getting a little bit done, but not much, and the artillery continues. More immobilized tanks. I feel like that's some kind of brain fart on part of the AI. So in that sense, there's a little bit less satisfaction if we can get this to go our way. I'm still more or less pleased with the end results. Shoot at that. APC might be buttoned at the moment, but it can get unbuttoned, I guess, at the moment. Just keep firing what you're firing. Doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, this is starting to have a lot of, ooh, that's ready moving at 99%. Thank you very much. You're one of the most valuable units in this entire army. Yeah, maybe because of the sort of the units that the AI is following got immobilized or something. Something along those lines, something really stupid. Otherwise, I'm hard-pressed trying to explain why are they not rushing the flag. What do they have to lose? Besides their lives. And I don't have an answer. I'm certainly going to make sure that whatever happens isn't going to really make much of a difference. Oh, why the fuck did you shoot at that? You have a perfectly fine target there. I need to try to keep suppressing it. I don't really have any heavy weapons left. No ammunition for the RPG. And I'm not too worried. I'll leave these two infantry squads here in case the APC somehow gets ahead again. I'm sending more infantry to block this, and that's more or less all I can do. So, are you gonna do last mad dash or not? I'm getting a lot of hits with the artillery. Might not do damage, but those are the type of hits that also immobilize. Some of them are abandoned. No, I think the destroyed tank abandoned. Crap. Continue firing on the same location or get a huge delay on the firing. Really, still, no real change in anything. I'm going to do the standard shots to keep the APCs in check. Leave it at that. The APC is retreating. They're retreating! I don't see that there's all that much I can do anymore. There's a little bit of a push going to come our way with the infantry and the like, but it's very minor in reality. So now the only threat is the road, and it's not even that much of a threat as far as I can see. Still, block the road. Why are you retreating? We still have our couple missile teams too, with 2 missiles. Yep. We're getting a draw or a marginal victory out of this. I would guess more draw because we haven't actually caused that many casualties. But they still have the APC that keeps trying to do something, but everyone else has already given up. Just immobilized, destroyed, or ready to move. I can't explain this tank mess they've got going on here. Can you suppress that? It's the only thing that matters, really. If it gets forward, I'll just use a missile on it. Although it probably can't see through the smoke, so and also it's the only thing moving to the west, so I think I'll move units to block its path. Last 2 turns. This is a long mission. Well, because of how we played it still. It'll be tough for our infantry. Yeah, they're trying to slowly make moves at this point. I'm just gonna keep firing on the same spot. Right, we got hit by enemy artillery pretty badly here. Still, we are able to maintain position. Oh shit. He's trying. But that's not good enough. I don't think the infantry squad is any kind of a threat, but I don't really have a reason not to fire on it. Even if I can just get it pinned, that'll keep it out of causing trouble for me. This could be the last turn. No targets to that though. Yeah, we did our job. Yay for us. Israel 448, Egypt 1622. Yeah, very, very nice for us. You have won a marginal victory and suffered moderate losses. I feel that's a fair estimate of this. But I also think that's because of the tank AI just had a brain fart for some reason. I could have reasonably disabled some of them, but there should have been at least a half a dozen that would still try to go past in the locations where we were trying to ambush with the missile guys. And I was fairly confident that I can destroy like 3 of them maybe, and then have to fight the rest with the infantry. So I think we had a chance to for a draw or a martial victory anyway. But the weird activity with the tank AI caused us to have an easier time of